Hey, Shalom. Roll his windows up. Shalom, ybhsy, look out the dash. Turn the air on low right quick. Salaki. A slight preparation. Yeah, man. You know, fucking Halloween out here in Baltimore, Maryland. So, it's like, basically anywhere else on the wheel right now. Yo, man, these people don't know that Halloween, I didn't even know that Halloween generates some of the most money out of Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's. And that's how, wicked motherfuckers is. Because Halloween kind of seemed like the vainest. Because it's like no real meals getting cooked, on a lower level of thinking, right? You just eating candy, you spending your money on shit that don't fucking matter. I mean, none of this shit matter, but, Thanksgiving and Christmas is dressed up a little bit. Halloween is just straight up empty. So, these people, one thing about Halloween on a lower level, and I get into the Samhain and all that, but one thing about Halloween on a lower level is that all you do is eat fucking candy all day. Candy fuck your teeth up, your health up. That sugar, dopamine release. And with a lot of these holidays, eating is tied to a lot of it. Because eating, it releases dopamine, especially sweet shit. Then people want to feel. One thing that also releases dopamine is compliments, right? So people try. I don't got the GPS on. I've been out here long enough. I'm trying to get back to the spot without GPS. I kind of know where I'm at though. But Halloween releases dopamine in the sense of compliments. So people want, especially with the women, right? They want to be told, oh, that you look cute, that looks good, right? Even if it's not them, it could be their children. And when people give you a compliment, it releases dopamine. You get an energy burst from those compliments. And women is always in competition with other women. So, that's another thing about Halloween. Then you marching through these fucking neighborhoods with your kids, getting candy from fucking strangers. No other day in the year you would take fucking anything from a stranger, especially give it to your kids, except what? Halloween. Then these people think, oh, I'm not gonna go to the hood, which is fucked up. I'm gonna go to the Edomite area and get candy from them. And they used to, back in the day, they used to put razor blades in the apples. So you don't know what they putting on that candy. Then you got a whole basket of it. They could put strychnine or some shit on the candy. You don't know. So then the parents, they do that with their kids, right? Because especially with Jake, right? Most of them single mothers. Ain't no father around. Because if a strong father around here, set that shit down, right? Single mothers. Then, so like, I'm on the road, and there's like a lot of demons out here, so I'm like on the lookout. Drunk drivers and shit like that. But, so, they take their kids out so they don't feel left out. And that's one thing about single mothers, right? Not make this about the women, right? One thing about the single mothers is they deal with a lot of stress and pressure of not being accepted by the world. Not just through them, but through their children. So if their children don't have a Merry Christmas, or they don't get gifts, or get what they want, or have a happy Thanksgiving, or they don't take them out for trick or treat like the other kids did, their kids be sad. They be fucked up. And once their kids become sad, they feel this pressure. See, one thing about a woman is they controlled by their feelings. So whatever their feelings is making them feel at the time, that's what they controlled by. And that's what my niggas call it running game, right? Meaning they know how to make a woman feel a certain type of way so their feelings could get them to do what they want them to do. I'm going to say that again. Running game is about when dudes like, my game is tight and all that. All that's about is making a woman feel a certain type of way so their feelings, which is their leader, could get them to do what the person who made them feel like that want them to do. That's all it's about. Money game. So, Salakia for the flashes and shit. I gotta like signal for the terms and that. I'll take it off for now. I know how loud it is, Salakia. So, that's what the whole running games, Halloween. That's what that's about. They children be sad. Oh, I didn't get nothing for Christmas. A lot of you bitch ass niggas too, y'all go out. The woman is able to put her feelings onto you and be like, oh, your daughter was sad. Oh, your daughter, she was left out. All the other kids, she didn't, and kids is fucked up. Kids, kids are emotionless. They merciless. When it comes to like teasing you and shit like that, kids are ruthless. I used to be one. So I know kids are like ruthless. They'll tease the shit out of you to you. What you think bullying is about? Or kids coming back to school with an AR-15 and just killing everybody? Because kids are ruthless. They will make fun of you for fucking the whole school year if they could. And if you're not mentally equipped to withstand that, you're going to break. You're going to break. So, I'm not quite at the spot yet. But, this shit I'm going to go get some baked. I'm going to grab me some baked chicken or some shit. I'm going to go to this other spot. It's a little further away, but I ain't fucking with this fried shit. I'm gonna go grab me some big shit. Just trying to do better on the health tip. So, I'm old school. I still look behind me when I back up, People like, why you don't use the backup cam? Like, yo, I was around when them shits ain't exist. Like, you had to look behind you. I don't trust them shits anyway. One dude, the beep ain't go off. He backed up and killed like 2 of his kids, ran them over. Like 5 years later, his wife divorced him. She couldn't deal with this shit no more. And right in his driveway. So I don't trust them shits anyway. I mean, they good if you parking like in a tight spot. But, cause they beat, parking in a tight spot, they good. But like, I don't trust them shit. But anyway, so, they need the approval of the world. Then they force their feelings of the world, which Esau gave to them, onto you. So you're like, oh man, my daughter can't have another empty Christmas. Oh, my son can't go to school with dirty sneakers. And that fucks. And you go out robbing, stealing, and killing. Then you get pinched. Eventually you get pinched. And then you going anyway. So they ain't got you around anyway. They was better off having you around. Because one thing with these holidays, right? These shits pass quick. Especially how time moves, right? These shits pass like really fast. Like today, this shit landed like on a Thursday. So it's like 8:53 Eastern Standard Time. So really by like 12, motherfuckers gotta go to work and go back. People slaves, right? So they can't really enjoy themselves fully. But some people gonna wild out and wake up late for work, catch DUIs and all that other shit. So that's one thing. Then Halloween on a spiritual tip, it goes back to Sam Hain. Right? If you watch Michael Myers, I think like the second one, Michael Myers, he wrote Sam Hain on the chalkboard. When he broke into the high school, he wrote Sam Hain on the chalkboard. You can Google it. Michael Myers writes Sam Hain on the chalkboard. Right? So, once he did that, Sam Hain means summer's end. And that was like the most demonic time of the year. And it is because after Halloween, shit get cold. People come out. People bring their fur coats out, their leather coats out. Christmas time, people shopping. Income tax time and all that shit. So really from Halloween to New Year's and all that, to really the weather break, people start the stick up kids. They come out, they start robbing. They be robbing people for Xboxes, because people at Best Buy and all these different places. So they be robbing people for people motherfuckers going Christmas shopping, people wearing these nice coats and shit. So they get robbed. So, and a lot of times the murder rate increases around this time too. A lot of shootings and judgments be getting set around this time. Then it goes back to the Druids. The Druids, going back to Ireland, right? And when he said St. Patrick ran the snakes out of Ireland, it was talking about the Druids. They had dreads and shit. That's why dreads is off. But anyway, the Druids, they would come to your house like trick or treat. And the treat, you either give them some type of sacrifice. A lot of times the sacrifice was your children. Or they'd do a trick on your house. A trick is like a hex. They'd put like a spell on you in the name of Satan. Whatever God he came in, false, Molech, whatever they worship. Right? They do it. Basically, all that shit go back to, because really it's God and Satan, right? They throw a hex on you. See, down here, it's like, I would have been got to the store. But down here, everything is far, so fucking far apart. Like, I probably would have been, like, parked up. But I'm close by. But anyway, they throw a hex on you by Satan. Just impromptu. That's why I'm breaking thought like that. But a lot of times, they want your children. You sacrifice your children, or they, like, throw a hex on your house, break in your house, or do some physical carnal shit. So, but then too, it's funny how much people love Esau, this world, and Satan, the left-handed side. That shit is tight right now. I'm a single man, and shit is tight. Not really, but it is. But I'm a single man, and shit is tight. So, where the fuck? You got people borrowing money. That's when people ask me to borrow money. Sometimes, like, when you loan money, it'd be a sacrifice. A lot of times it do. So, sometimes I just give it, depending on who it is. But sometimes I ask, like, you mind me, like, ask, like, what is this for? Oh, man, I want to take my kids Halloween shop. Man, fuck you. Fuck out of here, nigga. Fuck you talking about doing that. Nigga, I got XYZ going on. I was about to give you my shit. What you asked for was like 80% of what I had. And you talking about fucking trick-or-treating? So, like, a lot of times, Jake, they spend money. See, one thing about the truth, what time? 18 minutes in. Okay, I'm trying to make it like 25. I'm Salakia. I'm a little slow talking. I had a couple swigs. I always take a swig at the end of the week, just to wind down for all the build up. So I might even stop doing that, but down here is kind of needed. But Halloween, trick or treating, shit like that, Thanksgiving. People take off of work. All right, say I'm going to go economically on y'all. Right? Say you make $300 a day. You take off of work. That $300 is gone. Or say you clock out early. You only made $150. Right? So you could prepare your costume, your hair, take your kids out and all of this, right? Then once you take the kids out, they go to bed, you go out to be a whore. But let's leave that alone, right, for right now. You miss $150. Then when you wake up the next day, one thing I don't like about drinking, if you try to be productive, drinking is not something you want to do. I don't give a fuck what productivity that is. Spiritually, carnally, working out, or mentally, financially, emotionally, drinking gets in the way of all of that shit. Because when you wake up unless you have like a real small drink, when you wake up the next day, it fucks up your productivity. So now the next day you might call off. Tomorrow, Friday, you know what I mean? People gonna call off, get written up, write-ups, no call, no show, all that shit. So then you got written up. Some people might even get fired tomorrow. Why? All in the name of fucking Halloween. Motherfucker got fired, written up, lost wages that could have went to something else. Guess what? One of your sons or daughters needed some new sneakers. They follow the world, so they want Jordans. You gotta buy them Jordans. Them shits cost, I don't know, small size, $180. So I'm just making up numbers. I don't know, $180. So you like, well, I could have bought your Jordans, but I celebrated this Halloween shit, and that shit cost me about $400 or $500. So I can't do that. I can't buy you your sneakers, right? So people with these holidays, they fuck up financially. Then people cry broke, right? I'm broke, especially the women. I'm broke. I ain't got this. I ain't got that. We need this. So, say tax time is late. They're like, oh, your tax check is coming in June. It ain't coming in March. You're like, oh, man. Then the woman hits you. Oh, we need this. We need that. We need this and that. You're like, yo, bitch. Like, yo, we just blew like between Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's. We just blew like 4 stacks. And we behind in rent, because a lot of people get behind in rent during this time because they think like, yo, we're going to wild out during the holidays and we're going to use our tax money to catch up. But Esau taking that shit and he not giving it to a lot of people. And he'll give it to you like later, or he might make you, if you got kids and shit, we need proof that he went to this school. We need this and that. Then they got less workers. They trying to add the robots in, so they like, yo, we got to investigate make sure everything, we audit you. So people get audited for no reason now. So they be like, like, I thought we'd be 2 months behind in rent. Now we 5 months behind because I thought the rent was coming. We supposed to get $15,000. And I was going to pay off. I was going to take $5,000 of that to pay the rent off. I ran the credit cards up. And that's how the women think, because they live in a moment. Because whatever emotion that's over them at the time, they got to bow down to that emotion. So that's why it's good to have a woman that worships the ground you walk on, or that respect you. Because now you able to threaten her with you leaving her. My man Black Ram said, this was the illest quote. 24 minutes. I'm about to end it. He said, I fucks with the Ram. You might hear me mention him a lot. If you see me on video with him in the near future, don't be surprised. But he said, a woman shouldn't be afraid of you. She should be afraid of losing you. I was like, damn, that was fire. But If a chick not afraid of losing you, nigga, you need to go recalculate some shit as a man. Because any bitch I wifed up was afraid of losing me. Now, maybe later on they didn't feel like that. But for a long period of our relationship, because I threatened her if they didn't do X, Y, Z, I would be out. And a lot of, I don't commit to a lot of women. So the women I did commit to, I left them. It's funny. I've been in 3 relationships. I'm 39. All the relationships I've been in was just 3. And all of them, to think about it, I left them. They didn't leave me. So people is broke, but these holidays break people pockets on high levels. The parties, the drinking. Hey, yo, man. And by the way, I gotta say this. If you with a bitch, you call her your girl, your wifey. See, and one thing, a lot of dudes be like, oh, that ain't my girl. Motherfucker, if you spend time with her, she know where you live at. She spend the night at your house. You take on trips and shit like that. Motherfucker, that's your girl, motherfucker. If your girl, because Jake don't like to fess up to shit, because time is an investment. If your girl, your woman, talking about some going on a Halloween party tonight without you, I'm going to tell you straight up, you a motherfucking sucker, nigga. I don't give a fuck if you in the truth or you not. You a straight up fucking sucker. You need to check yourself. Because guess what? If a regular bitch did it, whatever. But the reason it hurts and it matters because she's your girl. And the reason why she's your girl because you committed. Women don't commit. Men give out commitment. Women give out pussy, but men commit. You wifed her up and made her your girl. So if your woman took your kid to the local grandma or babysitter, and this bitch dressed up like Catwoman in some tight ass pants, and she went to a Halloween party without you, she ain't answering the phone later. Woo! But guess what? It's all your fault. Accountability. And the root word in account is the count, which is math. And math go back to the Hebrew word amath. That's where you get math from, out of amath, which means truth. And the truth is, you should have never made this bitch your girl. You should have never fucked. You know, when I was a little younger, you know, I used to stick my dick in anything. But now that I'm getting older and getting a little more wise, like, I don't give a fuck if you pretty. It's some woman I wouldn't even touch. I even hate to talk to. They just make my skin crawl and my blood boil. Real talk. But man, yo, 29 minutes in, keep it under a half hour. You know, could have probably quoted more scriptures, but you know, brothers in the spirit, they know. You know, this kind of impromptu, it was like either, you know, drop a video or put it off to tomorrow and probably never do it. Nothing better than the present time at hand. That Mobb Deep shit. Ain't no time better than the present one at hand. And never keep your joint too far from your hand. What y'all know about that? You know, but you know, I ain't got no joint. I could get one, you know. My Prince clean is Maryland, you could carry, but we running off of faith all day. I don't want the Lord to, you know. Sometimes, you know, when you do shit like that, The Lord could be like, the Lord, yo, you got to kind of make sure you ain't doing shit where the Lord feel as though you don't believe in him. Because main thing the Lord wants you to do is believe in him. So, like, if you doing shit you never did on a faith tip, and maybe you think it's small, but the Lord can look at it like, ah, nigga, you never did this. And yo, you don't want to piss the Lord off, period. But you don't. The last thing you want to not make the Lord do is that you don't believe in him and you don't trust in him, or you don't think that he got your back. You know what I mean? Hey, man. So with that, man, I'm gonna run up in this spot, try to grab me some. So they got like baked food in here. I'm gonna grab me some baked food. I'm trying to switch my diet. This shit hard, man. It's not hard, but it's only as hard as you make it. But maybe, you know, like, trying to like fully switch my diet, but it's coming gradually, you know. But you know, oh, look at the guns! Look at the guns! You know, trying to work out, do what I could. Hey, man, to y'all out there in Israel land, slave landia, you know, deuces, shalom, hold it down, stay in the spirit, keep the prayers up. Lord willing, this video was edifying to the elect. If not, Salakia, ybhsy, shalom.